Welcome to the Orland Township Democratic Organization fundraiser.
Shocking.
My name is Beth McElroy, Kirkwood. I am the Democratic Committeewoman for Orland Township here. I am also a trustee on the Moraine Valley Community College Board. We got the Irish table over here, causing issues. You all set? I'm so grateful that you are here this evening. It's your support that helps the Democratic Party of Orland Township continue to grow into a strong organization. The Orland Township Democratic Organization is a political organization whose goal is to nominate, support, and elect Democratic candidates in the Orland Township area. We need to continue to work for and promote the interest of the Democratic Party of Cook County, Orland Township, and the state of Illinois. The first person I'd like to introduce as our guest, I'm honored that he is here tonight, is our Congressman Sean Casten. Sean has served since 2019, and because of the redistricting, Sean is now Congressman in Illinois' 6th Congressional District. I want to say 70 to 70% of his new district is brand new to you, correct, right? Sean did run here in November, but he actually won with 46.89% against, I'm not even going to say his name. It's unacceptable to say that gentleman's name. As a matter of fact, I forgot all about it. But anyway, that's outstanding that you did that well against him. So anyway, let's bring up, he's an active member of our community. He's trying to get involved. If you have anything, I have Chloe's phone number, get it, any activities or whatever, get it on his schedule, because he would like to, be more involved in this area. And we need Sean Casten in this area. I mean, we had Congressman Lipinski, Congressman Marty Russo. We knew everybody. We just need to get to know Sean and, share all of our activities, events, that we have. Sean sees firsthand the impact on our everyday lives. He's going to continue to work on our economy and get it back on its feet, expand access to health and reproductive. Sean Casten will fight for us, he's going to fight for our families, and he's going to fight for our future. Please welcome Congressman Sean Casten.
You guys are all very, very kind. It is great to be down here. I was just saying, you feel like you get into this job. I'm now elected in my 3rd term, and you get 75% new district on redistricting. So on the one hand, you kind of know how to do the job. You got this history. You're on committees. You're seeking some seniority. But then all the communities you represent are all new. And I've just been getting so much pleasure out of getting to know all these communities on the south side. To give you some sense of just how we've been back home for the last 2 weeks. In the last 8 days, I've met with 28 mayors. There's one mayor who's not on my list. But continue to do that. Was down with the pipe fitters, touring the great facility you guys have down in Mokina. I was with Orland Township working on flooding stuff today. I'm losing track. It's been busy. I've spent all the time in the south suburbs, just getting to know these people so that we can get through. And conversations we have with mayors saying, for us to do our job, you look at what we went through when the economy tanked during COVID. And so much of our ability to be effective was the relationships we had with the local folks. To be able to get on the phone and say, okay, what's happened to your community? Where are you losing? The amount of money we steered in. And the fact that when COVID hit, every economist we had coming before us, from Ben Bernanke to Jay Powell, was saying we are sailing into the Great Depression and we have no model for a recovery from the Depression this deep that doesn't come back really slowly and disproportionately accrue to the benefit of the wealthiest people. And the fact that within 12 months, we not only were worried about inflation, that's not what's supposed to happen when you're in a depression, right? We saw for the first time wages growing faster than inflation. We saw wages for the first time growing fastest for the bottom quartile, and that is because Democrats were in charge. It's because we had those connections to those local communities. And I don't want to be a downer here, but let me just tell you some of the other things we've had to do this week while I've been home. We've had to have briefings on how concerned we should be about the fact that the Speaker of the House gave security footage to Tucker Carlson, who is a regular on Russian television. That is a real thing we had to deal with this week. We had to sit there and have a briefing on the train in East Palestine, Ohio, and why those rules were relaxed in the Trump administration that caused all that damage to go through. I did a briefing from Moody's this morning about what's going to happen to our economy if we don't get our act together and solve the debt ceiling. What I can't thank you for enough, thank you for being Democrats, but thank you for electing people who understand that public service is a service, that being kind, being decent, being caring, being intelligent is a bare minimum of this job. It's not just a costume to put on during elections. And that matters because you guys do what you do. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for your support. I look forward to getting to know you all better and continuing to support. Great. Thank you. Thanks, Beth.
Thank you, Sean. Our next guest is, somebody that means so much to my life. I don't know what my name is. Jesse White is Illinois' 37th Secretary of State. He's the most recognizable public servant in the state of Illinois. During his tenure, he was known for several accomplishments, including, these are my 3 number ones that I have for Jesse. Instrumental in modernizing the Secretary of State's office, where he implemented new technology to make services more efficient and accessible. Jesse was a passionate advocate for organ and tissue donation. Under his leadership, the Secretary of State's office launched the first ever statewide organ and tissue donor registry. He also established the Life Goes On campaign to raise awareness about the importance of donation. One of the most important things is the youth programs that he has done for the children. Jesse was a strong supporter of youth programs, including, we all know, the Jesse White Tumblers that is so successful. It provides opportunities for the children to participate in sports and develop leadership skills. He also established the Kids for K9s program to raise awareness about the importance of responsible pet ownership. Overall, Jesse's tenure as Secretary of State of Illinois is marked by a strong commitment to public service and a focus on improving the people's lives in the state of Illinois. It gives me great honor to bring up my friend Jesse White.
Thank you, Beth. And as you can see, salt and pepper is good seasoning. The other day, I was coming out of the Joe food store, and the gentleman put a gun on me. He said, "It's a stick-up." He says, "I want your ring, your watch, your cash, your jewelry, or anything of value. I want on the hood of this car. And when I search you, and I'm going to search you, and if by chance I find out that you withheld something of value from me, I'm going to shoot you." So I reached into my wallet and I came up with this phone. I said, "Well, what about this?" He said, "Oh man, you can keep that." The bottom line is this: if Hillary Clinton had a phone like this, she'd be president today. It's an honor for me to be here with you, Beth. And when I see you, I think about your mother and your father, Ed McElroy. The best and the brightest, the sharpest knife in the drawer. And then, of course, I look around the room, I see my good friend Jesse. Thank you.
My pleasure.
As they would say in my neighborhood, you're the man. So he brought up a name, Donna Miller. She's a commissioner. Donna, nice to see you. I actually know her as Donna Black. She was a pharmacist for a pharmaceutical company. And she got married and she stepped up living life as a result of that marriage. Her husband was the state representative for many, many years. So I wanted to convey my appreciation to him and to the mayor, David Wofford. Nice to see you, my friend. As you'd say in my neighborhood, you're the man. And then, of course, Sean Casten. Sean has represented us well, served us well in Washington, and I just wanted to know that his efforts have not gone unnoticed. I've had the great pleasure of serving as a state representative for 16 years. The Cook County Recorder of Deeds for 24 years running the largest Secretary of State office in the nation, with 4,000 employees, a $396 million budget, 130 officers, 23 agencies, corporate finance and securities, keep it sealed, quarter claims, the list goes on and on. And I decided to ride off into the sunset to continue to work with the Jesse White Tubman team as a way of helping young people to grow tall and straight. I've had that program for exactly 65 years, and I've had over 19,000 kids that come through that program. And at last count, less than 15 have gotten themselves into trouble with the law. It's through having to combat juvenile delinquency. I used to jump out of airplanes with the 101st Airborne Division, 35 jumps to my credit. Taught school, worked for the Board of Education, Park District, YMC, 7 years with the Chicago Club Organization. The list goes on and on. So the youngsters know that they'd rather be in trouble with the police than to be in trouble with Mr. White. That's how tough the world is. And I've taken these kids all over the world. South Korea, Croatia, Belize, Israel, China, Tokyo, Japan, Hong Kong, Honolulu, Hawaii, the list goes on and on. Big Ten, NBA, NFL. When you go to the Bulls game, see the guys do the slam dunk, or those are members of the Jesse White Tubman team. So I'm here today to support this wonderful organization. I didn't bring a check with me, Ms. McElroy, but just rest of the knowledge it will be in the mail, and I hope that it will be to your liking. And to you, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a product of George Dunn. George Dunn was the former president of Cook County Board. He is the longest serving president in the history of the county of Cook. Matter of fact, I think they have a forest reserve or a golf course named after him. And because of his efforts, I started out becoming a state representative in a district that was 85% white, 10% black, 5% others. And through his efforts and the efforts of others, I was successful in serving for 16 years. And then on to the Cook County Recorder of Deeds for 6, and then 24 years in this office. And of course, many, many years teaching school and working with young people, all designed to help them to grow tall and straight and make this world a better place for all of us. When it comes to the political arena, I owe a lot to this party, to this organization, and to the people who want to enjoy good government. I believe that when you take on a job, you take on a responsibility that goes with it, and be at your duty station every day and discharge your duties to the best of your ability. When that happens, society is a better place for all of us. And when I look at Ms. McElroy and I look at myself, I remind her too that salt and pepper is good seasoning. We work together, wonderful things happen. So with that, continue to support this great organization. We're counting on you, even though I'm no longer a part of the political arena to a certain extent in terms of being a candidate or an office holder. I am going to be a supporter. So for those who are going to take on a job and they need my support, I'm only a phone call away, because someone helped me to be where I am today. It's called Give Back. And so with that, Ms. Mack, thank you for your leadership, thank you for your caring and giving, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for supporting this wonderful organization. Do all you can to support her in the manner in which you will be on our side, because I espouse a philosophy of life that says that winning is for us and losing is for someone else. Thank you.
Jesse, from the Orland Township Democratic Organization, I'd like to present this plaque reading Jesse White, Illinois 37th Secretary of State, in recognition of your 24 years of dedication and outstanding leadership to the residents of the state of Illinois. Orland Township Democratic Organization, Beth, McElroy, Kirkwood, February 23, 2023.
I want to thank you and this wonderful organization for this award, and for this plaque. I will place it for all to see, and I will remember that I received it here from my good friend, and of course, I'm going to place it in an area where the young people who make up our organization could see it on a daily basis, and I will remind them They came from this wonderful organization. So again, thank you, organization, for your giving and care spirit.
While everybody kind of mingles, I'm just going to continue talking. Our state senators and state representatives are still in Springfield. We have Senator Bill Cunningham, Senator Mike Hastings, Senator Emil Jones, State Rep Bob Rita, State Rep Fran Hurley, State Rep... I think that's it. But anyway, they are just on their way back from Springfield, if you're wondering why, but they are all supportive of the Democratic organization. All right, so the April 4th election, we know, is important. We need to show up and vote. Every vote counts and every voice matters. Let's make sure our voices are heard loud and clear. A couple people I'd like to introduce. I'm going to start with the Orland Fire District Protection. I don't believe William Bonner is here. Oh, we do have Craig Schmidt. Craig is presently a member of the Orland Fire Protection District and is running this term. There are 2 spots, 8 people running for 2 spots. So Craig is running for re-election. So. Moraine Valley Community College. I am presently a board member. There is 2 openings. And we have Tracy Sullivan, who is right here, who's running for a spot. Tracy is president of Orland Park, works at Governor State, and 30 years in higher education. So, thank you, Tracy. Remember her from Moraine Valley Community College. Our other one that is here, not in attendance tonight, is Yusuf Fidel. All right, both Tracy and Yusuf have material on the tables, if you're interested. District 135, President Linda Dodge is here, right over here. Linda has been on the board running for re-election. On that, there is 6 people running for 3 spots, along with Frank, who is here, Frank Gladia, right over here, and Alan Casten. Raise your hand. Remember those 3 for the District 135. District 230, Mohammed Jaber was here. He left. District 230 has their meeting this evening. So he is running along with Pat O'Sullivan, Lindsay. They are running unopposed. So another one that is very important to our organization is our friend Ashley Rubino. I'm going to have Ashley come up. No? Oh. All right. Ashley is running with Bernie O'Boyle. How many people? 6 people for 2 spots? 5 people for 2 spots. Okay, that is the Tinley Park District. Okay, so remember Ashley Rubino and Bernie O'Boyle.
That's even better. That's why we're
All right, one of my friends too, Yumika Brown, is just a new member of the Water Road Commission. Oh, there you are. Okay, Yumika's from Rich Township, where we all kind of work together with Calvin. Okay, I did mention Linda Dodge, who's up for re-election, president of the library board.
President of the library.
And Marianne just walked in. Water reclamation right here. Let's see. Thank you for coming. I would like to bring up Donna Miller. Donna is one of our...
You don't want anything to do with it.
Commissioners, Cook County Board of Commissioners. Donna is into Orland Township. Our other one that is in Orland Township, we don't mention his name at our park. And Monica Gordon, you know, a friend of the organization too, but she is not here. But anyway, I'm going to bring Donna Miller up. Thank you, Donna, for being a friend of our organization.
Thank you so much, Beth. It's great to be here with Orland Park Democrats and seeing people from all across the Southland working together and making sure that we have all the resources we need. I represent 36 communities in the south and southwest suburbs. So I think it's important that Orland Township Democrats are working together, making sure that we're touching all across the Southland. One of the things I always say is there's 130 municipalities in Cook County. That means one is in Chicago. That means the rest of us are all in the south suburbs, or the most important part of the south suburbs and the southwest suburbs, but 129 are not Chicago. So we have to focus on what's happening outside of the city of Chicago, and I make sure I bring that with me every day to the Board of Commissioners. It's great to be here and to honor Jesse White, who I've known also almost all my life, like so many people here, and it's great to be it's great to see him and great to be part of Orland Township Democrats. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Donna. Also, I'd like to mention is Bridget McLaughlin-Lindlow. Okay, she is a member of the Orland Park Library Board of Trustees. So, thank you for your support. A couple other things that I wanted to bring up is in Orland Park here we have a referendum. We know the April 4th referendum question is confusing. It reads like this. The exact words are, shall the village of Orland Park retain the managerial form of municipal government? That is the exact words that will be on your ballot if you're from Orland Park. And we must vote yes. Please vote yes. There's an informative meeting on March 2nd that you will see. Oh, it's at the library, right, Bridget? It's at the library at 7 o'clock on March 2nd. If you're interested, they're going to have a gentleman that is going to be giving all the information about it. I don't remember the gentleman's name, what the organization where he's from. Okay. But anyway, he is going to completely explain the whole thing. But and if you want information on it, their website is voteyesorland.com. There's a number, let's see, some of the committeemen, some of them are not here, but we understand that no single organization or group can achieve lasting change on its own. That's why we build an organization and partnerships with some of our Democratic committees.
You know what?
I especially just want to introduce or announce the ones that we work with, recognize our fellow Democrats for their leadership and partnership in getting Democratic candidates elected. In Palos Township, we have Bob Maloney. Worth Township, we have Patricia Joan Murphy. Ridge Township, we have Calvin Jordan. Thornton Township, we have Napoleon Harris. And I think that was, and then Monica Gordon in Bloom. I like that better. So, thank you all for your leadership. I know some of them will be coming this evening. Also in our Orland Township is, we are going to have a Young Democrats representative, and he is here. He worked for Sean Casten. He's going to represent in the Young Democrats. He's right in the corner there. Raise your hand, David Karpinski. So thank you, David, for volunteering to do that, to represent us. So I just want to end, I do want to introduce my friends Bernie Barrett, Judge Bernadette Barrett, and her husband, Judge Michael Barrett. So, and Cindy Cox, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Have a couple of the new people, John Dalton. I appreciate your support. He's an Orland Park resident and a big supporter of our organization. So thank you, John. Danny Calandrillo. Danny Calandrillo, former trustee in the village of Orland Park. You're looking for an attorney? He's right over there. Raise your hand. Our Moraine Valley group is right here in the back. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I believe that I touched on everybody, right? Anyway, we are continuing to grow our organization here, and your support helps us get Democratic candidates elected. who kind of share our values and vision for a better future. Orland Township currently has 74,000 registered voters, and we have the highest early voting totals in all of suburban Cook County the last 3 elections. So that's awesome. So to reach voters and candidates elected, we need to keep building a network of volunteers, supporters, and leaders who share our values and want to get involved in the political process. Working together mobilizes voters at the local level. We're building momentum and support for our candidates to drive our voter turnout by early voting. Okay, well, I'll be, if anybody's interested in working early voting, please let me know. We always do mailings and we work on election day. We invite everyone here tonight to join our movement and help spread the word to our families, our friends, our neighbors. Knock on doors, work election day, and let's get these people elected for April 4th. I know I have some of my business cards on the table on the back. Please follow us on our webpage. We do have our website, Orland Township Democratic Organization. Please go there. The back, yes, thank you. So I'm grateful for your support and supporting our great candidates for April 4th. When we come together, I feel like we can achieve incredible things, from winning elections to advancing policies that make our community stronger and more equitable. So once again, thank you everybody for your support. Oh, and one of us, I'm speaking about our outstanding committee people. We have Patricia Jo Murphy, who came in. She had a board meeting tonight. So thank you. Or Rich Township, a friend of all of ours, and Calvin kind of keeps us together just to kind of keep the Southland going. Calvin is going to come up here, but Calvin mentioned all of our other committeemen of working together in the Southland with Napoleon and Monica Gordon and Bloom, Patricia Murphy and Worth, right here. Bob Maloney, we have Bob Maloney and Palis. He was coming, he didn't show up. Anyway, let me introduce our good friend, Calvin Jordan.
Look, I know I'm here, but one thing I want to make sure, I see our esteemed president is here. And before I actually get started, if it's okay, I'd like to make sure I bring her forward first, and then I'll go afterwards. Because I know she's got to go soon. So, President Bradwinkle, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. I want to thank Committeeperson Jordan and, of course, Committeeperson McElroy for helping us in the Cook County Democratic Party. I always say that we can't have a strong party if we don't have strong township and ward organizations. So thank you all for coming out. Oh, Trish is here too. Did you speak earlier or what?
I did not. I just had a board meeting, walked into.
Oh, okay.
You can speak for all of us.
So we've got lots of committee people here, and we can't have a strong party without them. And this is a job that doesn't pay. It actually costs you money. You either got to put it in yourself or you got to raise it. So I know that Beth is grateful to all of you who came tonight to support the organization and to help do the good work. So thank you on my behalf, and thank you on behalf of all the Democrats across Cook County.
Hoorah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for in your schedule for coming here, Madam President. Thank you.
And again, I'm going to bring up Committeeman Murphy. Would you come forward, please? Not only that, I mean, she's, well, I tell you, when I see you, I think about your mom, but you are a hard worker. Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you, Calvin. Thank you, President Becker. And Beth, just to reiterate and have everyone here, Beth is one of the hardest working people I've ever met. I've known her for as long as I can remember. Our families go back for as long as I can remember. And she took the reins of this organization and is growing it like there's no one's business. And this is a true sign of that. And she goes to school all day long and teaches, and she comes home and texts everybody to come to her fundraiser and put together the book. She's just gangbusters with everything that she's doing. And you're gonna watch this organization grow and just double and triple and quadruple, and it's gonna be a force, like all of our organizations here in the Southland, and just watch us grow.
Hoorah!
We also have Committeeman Bob Maloney. Could you come forward? Come on. This is what we do in the Southland. We all work together. Here you go, Committeeman.
Thanks, Jordan. Yeah, I'd just like to say that it's really been a pleasure working with Beth all these years. She's very easy, very pleasant, and very open-minded, and very forgiving because she's working with me. So, I hate to say it, but it happens. But I also like to call out to my committee woman, Jane Nolan. Jane is really a hard worker. I'll tell you what, when Jane decides to do something, she doesn't do it 90%, she does it 100%. She does. She really does. And sometimes that's good, but sometimes it's not so much fun. But it's okay. But anyways, that's all I got to say, but I just want to thank Beth again. I want to thank Trish, and I want to thank everybody for having this event and inviting us. All right, bye-bye.
Yes, I'll say a few words. More importantly, let's give Committeewoman Kirkwood a round of applause for what she's done. You know, she's like family. I knew her late mom, her late dad. Matter of fact, when I started in the late 80s, I met your dad. His favorite was, your waistline is your lifeline. And I never forget it. And he was the only guy who could park in the city of Chicago, and they never towed his car. I said,
That's why Jesse was here.
is it because he's got that Cadillac? But
License 185.
anyway, I just want to say again, our president, our chair of the Democratic Party of Cook County, one thing that I've learned to do, and let's give her a round of applause. One thing I've learned to do is you go to the meetings, you learn, but one thing that we have to learn to do as Democrats, and especially if you're going to be in leadership, you have to learn to pull the wagon too. You can have a leader, but if you don't help, you know, you're not going to get far. It's like a quarterback in the Super Bowl. If you don't have a line to block him, you can't pass the ball. But what I like about our Democratic leader, she's all over, and she's been a real partner to the Southland. And I just want to thank her. As a matter of fact, she looks and, you know, she keeps her notes and she knows. But we have been able to grow, all of us. And one thing I can say, we all have been able to stick together. It's not personal. And the way I see it, the township committeemen are some of the strongest around. And what we have to learn to do is, and if you get those who don't understand, you just have to explain things to them. It's nothing personal. You know, when you see a good diverse room like this, we help each other grow. And we got to always have that vision of thinking it might be 2023, but we have to think of 2024 and 25, but we got to stay on our toes, because if we don't, we'll lose out. And one of the things that I look forward to with you, Beth, is that you got in there, you got the ball, you packed the room, you get the people out there, you get the numbers, and we have to support you. As someone used to say to me, so goes you, so goes us. So if we're strong, and I talked to the president about this a lot of times, the chairman, I'm sorry, about it, is that we have to help each other. And however we can be of assistance, that's how we're going to be stronger. So as we look around, 2023 is coming, in 2024 we back in elections again. But we will be able to make the difference with strong leaders like yourself. Trust me, it makes a difference. So I look forward to it. I'm just glad to be a part, glad to be your friend, and whatever we can do. And Rich, matter of fact, if you're from Rich, raise your hand. Well, as I tell them, don't just think Rich, but think Bloom, think Bremen, think Worth, because we all in this together. So again, I just want to say thank you. I look forward to it. And what I like about you, boy, you'll text a person, let them know, don't forget about my event. But that's the real work of a real committeeman. When you do that, you know, because sometimes we get busy. As I told people tonight, I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be here with my friends. So again, thank you, and thank you for what you do for all the individuals in Rich. And we're going to continuously work hard, and we're going to continuously win. Thank you.
Thank you, Calvin. Thank you. Let's see, Napoleon Harris is not here. He's in Springfield, just on his way back. He is Thornton Township, one of our outstanding committeemen. And Monica Gordon is Bloom Township, one of our friends too. So, and who am I missing? Yes.
let me just say, Monica Gordon is ill, otherwise she would have been here tonight as well. So she's kind of struggling, please keep her in your prayers, okay? And I want to acknowledge Commissioner Miller. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't. Now acknowledge one of my own commissioners. I started out with all the folks who are actually committee people, but I didn't acknowledge one of my commissioners, so. Commissioner Miller.
Let's have a round of applause for Commissioner
Who else we have? Mayor Sheila Chalmers Curran. All right.
I have to say the same thing. One thing you learn to do in this, you got to make sure you do good housekeeping. And you don't forget those, because we don't get here alone. Even when I saw Commissioner Miller earlier, I thought she had been announced. But as I say, she's a part of Rich in many other areas, and we're proud of what she's done, Madam President. Real proud of what you guys just recently did in NACO.
All right.
And because you all are doing great things. Also, we have Commissioner Water Reclamation here, Yamika Brown. Couldn't have done this without you guys. Then we got Commissioner Mariana Sparopoulos. Yep. We couldn't have done this without you. Also, we have our clerk, Alameen Sugar, as she's affectionately known. And then I have my good friend, Mayor Sheila Kern. Come on over here. I have to bring her because you're going to be seeing her a lot. I'm just going to leave it at that. But we just both left at an event together, and I was looking, I was like, boy, where is she? I knew she was going to beat me, but you're here. Also, we have our the Honorable Appellate.
Just call me your honor.
My aunt.
Your honor.
Come on, Auntie. I want you all to see this lady here. So you all know. So you'll know. Everybody know Justice Cynthia Cobbs, and she's all over. And what people have to understand, when we work together, we all work together in this region. And I got a note here, and I got to make sure that I make this announcement. Kevin Daly, come on up. Yeah. Kevin, I must say it's special. His dad is John Daly, and I never forget when I started in government. And they says, have you met John Daly? I said, of course I met John Daly. That's the mayor's brother. They said, no, there's another John Daly. Well, I can tell you, your dad was one who helped everybody. He was a friend to the entire Southland, and he would be so proud to see what you're doing. But I've watched you grow over these years. I've watched you do certain things, and I'm just glad to call you my friend. But you've helped us all out, and we're going to get behind you. And matter of fact, he's running for South Suburban College, trustee. Four-year term. Yeah. And what a lot of people didn't recognize with your dad, and we had late, great Committeeman Zuccarelli, but your dad and him were very close, very close. And, you know, I watched him over the years and gave him a lot of good advice, but just what you're doing, it means a lot, and your dad would be looking down, smiling up on you. So that is huge. Appreciate it. Also, to all of my good friends, all the honorable judges, would you just raise your hand a step forward, please? I know certain things we can and we can't, but the family, I'm gonna refer to it as the family, the Honorable Barretts. Yeah. You guys did what some people didn't understand, but I was so happy. But what I like about you guys, they were with us recently at Victory Apostolic Church. But just to be a friend and be able to help and be able to give back, it means a lot. So I want to thank you guys because you all have just been decent people even before you were elected. And one thing about it, you don't ever forget that. So again, we thank you guys. But I want to get back to the committee woman again because I'm up here running. This is not my event. But let me tell you this. Her dad would expect for me to pull you across to work with you, and the same as your mother. Matter of fact, when our daughter got christened, they came and spent the whole day with me and Lori and your grandparents. Matter of fact, they spent about 6 hours with us. And we had a great time. And I always said that when I found out that you were going to be the committee woman, hey, I didn't mind doing what I can. So again, we're going to work hard for you. We're going to develop this thing, and we're going to help you build your organization. Thank you.
Thanks again, Calvin. Thank you. And I just want to end it by thanking President Brett Winkle for coming. I know her schedule's busy, so I'm glad that you worked it out to come then I wouldn't have to give you a phone call in the morning saying, where were you? Our last fundraiser in October, she couldn't make it, she tried, but I know she felt bad.
I promise to come again.
Yes, she promised the next one, so I am one of her favorites. But,
You're everyone's favorite.
anyway, I also wanted to introduce my friend Ray Hanania, who a lot of people know in the area, journalist and good friend of the organization. So Ray just came right now. So thank you very much, Ray, for everything that you've done for the organization here. So anyway, once again, we do have our web page, we have our Facebook page, we have our emails. So you can contact us, through whichever works. But our web page was updated the other day, so it looks really good. So I must say. But anyway, anybody else want to talk? Everybody, don't forget to vote April 4th.
April 4th.
And our different candidates from the area between Moraine Valley, District 135. And Ashley Rubino, if you know anybody in Tinley Park, Ashley Rubino, Tinley Park District. Anyway, once again.
The election is March the 20th. Early vote.
Early
Early
voting.
vote, yes, early vote.
That's how you get ahead.
Yes, thank you.
And call 10 friends and tell them to go vote.
But anyway, once again, thank you all for your support.